All right, so basically what you have is the Nazi salute. Okay, so what you have here is what people are pointing out is like Kamala Harris, you have Hillary Rodham Clinton, George Bush, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Elon Musk recently at the rally, the inauguration of Donald Trump doing the so-called Nazi salute. Okay, which is supposedly a gesture that includes having the right arm fully extended, right, with the palm down, and sometimes in some depictions you have the thumb extended outward or not, but the fingers are definitely closed. Okay, it's either straight forward along parallel with the ground or upwards to the angled up in some fashion. Okay, so it when it comes to this thing, the right hand extension, goes all the way back, was a commonly used symbol in antiquity, pledging a trust, a friendship, a loyalty, a fealty. The right hand versus left hand motifs go back into deep ancestral roots and histories all over the world. Okay, everybody has their perceptions over what they think the right hand versus the left hand is. Okay, so you have this depiction. Suppose it goes back to Rome is typically what is depicted. Okay, so the writing of Cicero, who basically reports that Octavian, who pledged his oath to Julius Caesar, right? He's outstretching his right hand, and he's reported to have said that although that the youth, which is the young Caesar Octavian, is powerful, and he told off Mark Antony because that was a civil war that was going on between Octavian and Mark Antony for basically rulership in kind of a civil war in the Roman Empire. He told him off nicely, yet after all, we must wait and see till the end. But what a speech! He swore his oath with the word so that I may achieve the honor of my father. Okay, at that time, he stretched out his hand in the direction of the statue. Okay, so there's no Roman text that explicitly describes such a gesture, and the Roman works of art that display a salutational gesture, it bears kind of very little resemblance to the so-called Roman salute. Okay, so even here in this picture, he's depicted as like extending his hand towards the statue and stuff, but it's not exactly like an obvious form as what is depicted right here. This was likely popularized by a painting called The Oath of the Herati back in 1784. The gesture quickly became popularized in possibly historically inaccurate association with the Roman Republic and its imperial culture. Okay, so but most people do not know that this gesture was not only found all over Europe, but it was also, I mean, you can find it in like Greece, Croatia, Italy for sure, Spain, all over Europe. It actually even went as far as to go all the way to Brazil. But you actually ended up having its way into the United States. Okay. A similar salute for the Pledge of Allegiance, known as the Bellamy salute, was created by Francis Bellamy in 1892. So you see here, the picture is these children, and they are doing the same salute towards the American flag. Okay. This was a reality in the United States for quite some time. Now, in 1939, when war broke out, there was a controversy that intensified when school boards around the country revised the salute to avoid it being similar to the Nationalist Socialist Party and other supposed fascism countries throughout Europe. Okay, during this time of war escalation, so there was a counter backlash from the United States Flag Association as well as the Daughters of the American Revolution. The Daughters of the American Revolution, who felt it was inappropriate for Americans to have to change the traditional salute just because others had later adopted a similar gesture. Okay, that argument would then say that we actually had it longer than the Nationalist Socialist Party, which would then go from the heart to the forward, which was actually more in likeness with what Elon Musk did. He went from the heart forward. One thing that we do actually know absolutely for sure is that this particular salute was used by the military order known as the Roman Vatican. Okay, Amdene, also known to people as Navajo. And so what we do is we have a saying called yat'a. So yat'a is like a farewell or like a blessing in a journey, but it comes close to your heart like this, and then move out your hand outward like that, basically away, kind of like covering the landscape or the surface of the earth, saying that all is well and all is blessed from the heart. And actually has deeper meaning when when it is a greeting or a blessing or a farewell. It's yat'a. It's basically let the heart piece or that which is inside cover your journey or cover the land and whatnot. So it's not strictly European. It doesn't even strictly belong to any people group. Probably goes even way before Rome as well. So some of these things go back into the indigenous groups, which as well you get back to the Nazi swastika, which unfortunately our people lost. Many people groups around the planet have that symbol, which is now lost because it's now it's blocked under National Socialist propaganda from the 40s, and as well as the salute as well. So that is something here. You know, you probably wouldn't do it in the same form and for fashion that other people would, but I'm just saying it doesn't belong strictly to people groups of Europe. Just a few pieces of history right there. I hope you enjoy it.